Welcome back to General Manager Mode from SVR 2007. Now this episode has been long overdue. It's been a couple of weeks now since the last episode of GM Mode. That is because I've been working on the Bragging Rights pay-per-view. If you haven't seen that pay-per-view yet, then you can see the link now, top left-hand corner on the screen. But enough of that, let's get into this edition of GM Mode. So before we get going, we're going to quickly have a look back at the previous episode of GM Mode and the previous episode of Friday Night Smackdown, just to remind you guys exactly where we're at. So we saw Eminem make a successful debut, defeating Shelton Benjamin and Super Crazy Ray, a successful title defense. We saw Big Show once again become the US champion. We saw Shawn Michaels defeat Kurt Angle. We also saw Randy Orton defeat The Undertaker, but we got that tag team title match coming up on this episode. It's going to be a cage match. And then the main event of last week's SmackDown was Chris Benoit defeating a debuting Eddie Guerrero with Kurt Angle ringside. Remember, Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle currently in that world title feud. And the question I left you guys on last week was, are we going to let HBK into the feud or not? That is going to be decided on this episode. But let's get into the match card. Match number 1, Nitro versus Mercury. Kind of ran out of superstars just as far as matches go. So I thought we'd give these tag team partners the opportunity to face each other. So that is exactly what it's going to be. Nitro versus Mercury. The first match on this week's SmackDown. Match number 2, triple threat match for the US Championship. Big Show, Lashley and Eddie Guerrero. We've seen Lashley and Big Show go at it week after week. As requested by you the viewers, this week we're going to be putting Eddie Guerrero into the mix. So let's see if Latino Heat can walk out of SmackDown the new US Champion. But moving on, promo number 1. Going to be costing us 2k, but it's just going to be a rivalry promo between Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit. Remember, these two are going to be meeting at the upcoming Judgment Day pay-per-view. Match number 3, a fatal 4-way of cruiserweights, non-title though, Mysterio, Helms, K-Cash and Super Crazy. That match setting us back $1,000. Match number 4 is going to be Kurt Angle versus Shelton Benjamin. Remember guys, Kurt Angle is the world champion, but in recent weeks Kurt has been struggling to get a win, so hopefully Kurt Angle can defeat his former kind of stable teammate Benjamin in match number 4 on this week's SmackDown. Again, moving on, promo number 2 is going to cost us $10,000, but it's going to be hyping tonight's main event, which is for the WWE Tag Team Championships. But more on that in just a couple of minutes, because match number 5, costing us 7k, is going to be a first blood match. Benoit, Shawn Michaels, as requested by you the viewers. Shawn Michaels defeated Angle last week, so if Shawn Michaels can defeat the number 1 contender Chris Benoit tonight, then Shawn Michaels will be inserted into that world title feud leading up to Judgment Day. But more on that later, because tonight's main event of SmackDown costing us a whopping 25k with the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. It is going to be Rated RKO versus the Brothers of Destruction in a steel cage match. So let's confirm the match card now and move on through. It's time to simulate, and let's see the victors on this week's SmackDown, so we can see Johnny Nitro defeating his tag team partner. Match number 2, the triple threat match for the US Championship, Eddie Guerrero leaving SmackDown the new US Champion. Match number 3, the fatal 4-way of cruiserweights, and who is going to win? It is going to be Rey Mysterio, so the champion Rey Mysterio with a nice non-title contest over 3 other SmackDown cruiserweights. Match number 4, as we continue this fast and furious pace. Kurt Angle, Shelton Benjamin. Can Angle finally get a victory? He cannot. The world champion having another loss this week to Shelton Benjamin. I think that's actually 3 weeks now that Kurt Angle has lost matches consecutively. Match number 5, Benoit Michaels. Remember, if Michaels can defeat Benoit, Michaels will be inserted into the world title match at Judgment Day. Can he do it? Unfortunately for any HBK fans, HBK unsuccessfully having a match with Chris Benoit, so it's looking like the Kurt Angle Chris Benoit feud is going to remain one-on-one. But guys, let me know what you make of that down in the comment section below. Should we give HBK one more chance? And moving on, main event time, Tag Team Championship steel cage match, Edge and Randy Orton, aka Rated RKO, versus Undertaker and Kane, aka the Brothers of Destruction. That is the match we're going to be going to, so let's go to ringside now and get ready for this steel cage match. Out comes first Edge, one half of the Tag Team Champions. So this Rated RKO Brothers of Destruction feud has been going on now for a few weeks, pretty much ever since the debut episode of GM Mode. Over the weeks we've seen, I think we've seen Randy Orton defeat The Undertaker, we've seen Kane defeat Edge, you know, so on and so forth. We've had some tag matches, had some single matches, and it's all coming to a head tonight on this edition of SmackDown. Finally, with the Tag Team Championships actually on my line, Rated RKO Brothers of Destruction. So if Rated RKO can defeat the Brothers of Destruction, then we're going to be ending this tag team feud. But if the Brothers of Destruction can defeat Rated RKO, then maybe we're going to be continuing this feud for just a little bit longer, possibly going into some kind of other gimmick match at the Judgment Day pay-per-view, because that is only, I think that's only 3 or 4 weeks away now, so that's going to come around fairly quick. But fingers crossed, we have a good match tonight on SmackDown. We've seen Edge, RKO, we've seen Taker, and now finally the fourth man in this contest, Kane, the big red machine, making his way to the ring. So the Brothers of Destruction are former tag team champions and are going to be looking to become champions once again in tonight's main event of SmackDown. So here we go, Rated RKO, Undertaker and Kane, still cage match. We are underway. Who is going to be leaving SmackDown with the tag team goal? We can see early on Randy Orton and The Undertaker squaring off, as well as Kane and Edge. We know the history between these four men. Randy Orton and Taker have had a couple of feuds over the years, as well have Edge and Kane. How can you forget that wedding on Raw involving Lita? As I said, plenty of history. So this match is hopefully going to be good, and it's going to be very, very interesting. Do not forget, tag team goal on the line, and Taker, a big sidewall slam down onto Edge. Oh, would not like to be Kane. Kane in a bad predicament. Kane straddled on the ropes, and Edge got to be absolutely killing Kane's nuts. And Kane not having a good time, but as we can see, Randy Orton and Taker continuing on the other side of the ring. Big suplex that time onto the dead man, and Edge finally releasing Kane from that rope pole, and Kane straight back to work on Edge, punch after punch. Edge going back to Taker now. Oh, he hits it. One of Edge's finishing maneuvers, with the dead man straight back to his feet, just as Randy Orton looked like he was going to be doing another move on Taker. Oh, but a thumb to the eye by Orton onto the dead man. This match is going to be all over the place. The referee's there, so I'm guessing pinfalls and submissions do count, but obviously it is a steel cage match, so remember, you can win by escaping the cage. As I'm saying that, a big RKO from Randy Orton to the dead man. What an RKO by Randy Orton. But the dead man, being the dead man, straight back to his feet, taking Orton down. And it's looking like for the first time in this contest, Taker is going to be climbing and attempting to escape. Oh, but Edge quickly back to his feet. Just keep in mind, guys, this is a tag team match, so in regards to actually escaping the cage, both tag team partners have got to escape the cage. If only one tag team partner escapes, then he's leaving his tag team partner to basically a 2-on-1 handicap match in the ring. So you've really got to decide when to climb. It's got to be the exact perfect time, because, as I said, if one partner escapes and one partner remains in the cage, then that remaining partner is going to be left in a 2-on-1 handicap predicament. Edge attempting to escape, but the big red machine not having it. Going for a choke slam, but RKO. Big kick to the midsection. But Kane still with the upper hand. A big suplex as Edge takes the Undertaker down on the other side of the ring. Kane again going for the escape. Oh, but Edge again taking the big red machine back down off the cage, back down onto the mat. A very even match so far. And what a main event this has been. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Remember to leave some love down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this main event, what you think of GM Mode in general, any tips and any help you can give me to make the series even better. And don't forget as well to leave a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. And as I'm saying that, King with a huge chokeslam onto Edge. And Randy Orton down as well after that reversal. Both Undertaker and Kane climbing. Nearing the top of the cage. Are we going to be seeing new tag team champions? Taker's out. Can Kane get out as well? Oh, despite Randy Orton shaking the cage, Undertaker and Kane have escaped. Undertaker and Kane have defeated Rated RKO, and Kane and the Undertaker are our brand new WWE Smackdown Tag Team Champions. What a main event to this week's edition of Friday Night Smackdown. So moving on very quickly, we're going to be taking a look at the Raw results this week. We can see no match number 1, match number 2 though. Ken Kennedy, Chris Masters defeating the Boogeyman and Matt Hardy. It looks like Hornswoggle was possibly booking Raw again. We've seen over the previous weeks Raw having some very strange booking, but still that continues now. Trish and JBL defeating Booker T and Fit Finlay. John Cena and Batista defeating Mick Foley and RVD. That match being a bit more normal, and that match actually producing 3 stars. It's probably worth me noting that Raw overall, as you can see, has a 2.5 star rating. Match number 5 though, Umaga defeating Nature Boy Ric Flair in an ultimate submission contest, again producing 3 stars. But Raw's main event, again with 3 stars, was a 2-on-1 handicap match between Triple H and Carlito and Lita and Carlito picking up a win over Triple H. And I believe Triple H is actually the world champion, so maybe Carlito are going to be getting a shot very soon. Over to SmackDown though, my show, we've got a 3-star rating, so slightly beating Raw this week. Match number 1 producing 2 stars. Match number 2 producing 3 stars. Remember, Eddie Guerrero, the brand new US champion. Match number 3, unfortunately, with a disappointing 2 stars, but still, maybe we got to just work up the cruiserweights to get their popularity up a notch or 2. Match number 4, this one producing 2.5 stars. Shelton Benjamin defeating Kurt Angle. So the question is now, guys, do we give Shelton Benjamin a world title match? Let me know down in the comments section below. Match number 5, now this is more like it. This match producing a 3.5 star rating. Chris Benoit defeated Shawn Michaels in a first blood match. So Chris Benoit still with a lot of momentum behind him, as Chris Benoit is soon going to be challenging Kurt Angle for that world title strap coming up at Judgment Day. And the main event, again producing a very nice 3.5 stars, as we just saw only moments ago. The Undertaker and Kane defeating Rated RKO, becoming the brand new WWE Tag Team Champions. So a quick look now at the popularity. And despite SmackDown opening the show with, it looks like, slightly above popularity compared to Raw, Raw this week somehow has actually managed to get more viewers from SmackDown, even though SmackDown actually had a higher rating than Raw. So not entirely sure what that's about, but that's bad news for SmackDown. Hopefully we can improve that in the near future. A very quick look now at the Power 25. You can see the Raw World Champion Triple H, the number 1 on the Power 25. Mysterio surprisingly doing really well. Number 2, Eddie Guerrero number 3, HBK number 4, John Cena number 5, and you can see now as we continue to go down the list the remaining superstars in the Power 25. But guys, we are coming towards the end of the episode, so let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts on this week's episode of SmackDown. Let me know any help and tips you want me to do to make this series even better, and let me know all the matches you want to see on next week's edition of Friday Night Smackdown. So leave all your match suggestions and so on down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the episode, then please support the series by leaving the video a big thumbs up, and hopefully we can get these episodes out a lot more often. But until the next time, this has been 101. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you all on the next one.